It always seems impossible until it's done. The point of human evolution is adapting to circumstance, not letting go of the old, but adopting it is necessary. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and certainly you are doing the impossible. Join the revolution. By asking for the impossible, we obtain the possible. There is nothing impossible today. Who will try? Wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. The wind is the place where the light enters you. We hide to dry our feelings, but we forget that our eyes speak. If memory is like fear, then crying is their way of pleading. Never cry for someone who doesn't know the value of your tears. Crying doesn't mean that a person is weak, but it means that a person has a heart. Evolution is the most popular way we have for dealing with change. We are the facilitators of our own creative evolution. Only time can heal your broken heart, just as only time can heal his broken arms and legs. No matter how bad your heart is broken, the world doesn't stop for your grief. The heart will break, but broken live on. The heart was made to be broken. I'd rather have a broken arm than a broken heart. When you are in love and you get hurt, it's like a cut. It will heal, but there will always be a scar. Let go. Why do you cling to pain? There is nothing you can do about the wrongs of yesterday. It is not yours to judge. Why hold on to the very thing which keep you from hope and love? Time doesn't heal emotional pain. You need to learn how to let go. It is not the pain and the wounds that are the worst. The worst is the humiliation. Suffering is not just lots of pain, but pain amplified by distinctly human emotions such as regret, self-pity, shame, humiliation, and dread. You don't know pain until you are starting at yourself in the mirror with tears in your eyes, begging yourself to just hold on and be strong. That is pain. Emotional pain is not something that should be hidden away and never spoken about. There is truth in your pain. There is growth in your pain, but only if it's first brought out into the open. Try to look at the painful moments in life as giving you strength rather than taking it from you. Embrace the pain and then release it. Learn from it and then move on from it. Don't continue to dwell on it or carry it around with you, or you will never fully heal from it. Pain is a part of life and the challenge is to break through it. You broke her, you taught her time and time again that nothing she does ever is good enough. Until you are broken, you don't know what you are made of. It gives you the ability to build yourself all over again, but stronger than ever. Don't stop now. Your breakthrough is right around the corner. The last mile is often the longest one. So keep moving forward and look for ways to pull ahead and win. Someone is about to step in and give you a break. Continue to believe in miracles and work to bring about a victory. Strengthen your faith to believe that anything is possible. Never apologize for being sensitive or emotional. Let this be a sign that you have got a big heart and aren't afraid to let others see it. Showing your emotions is a sign of strength. Recognize emotions as they start to arise and smile at yourself inwardly. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. I came to understand that in order to feel, we need to reconnect it to our own feelings as well as those of others. It is a process of discovery. It's being quiet enough and undisturbed enough for a period of time so that the songs can begin to sort of peek out and you begin to have emotional experiences and a musical feel. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic but creatures of emotions. To be vulnerable to emotions is a sign that one is suffering from an insufficient quantity of energy. The advantage of the emotions is that they lead us astray. To balance and take control of our emotions is one of the most important tasks in life. Learn to use your emotions to think, not think with your emotions. Sometimes you just gotta accept that some people can only be in your heart, not in your life. You will never always be motivated. You have to learn to be disciplined. Discipline, it's not a feeling. It's an action. It's not something you have. It's something you do. To be disciplined is just to simply make good decisions, whether you feel like it or not. Don't make it your goal to be fit. Make it your goal to be disciplined, and being fit will follow. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Discipline really means our ability to get ourselves to do things when we don't want to. A man is born alone and dies alone, and he experiences the good and bad consequences of his karma alone, and he goes alone to hell or the supreme abode. If superstition enters, the brain is gone. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. A saint was asked, "What is anger?" He gave a beautiful answer. It is a punishment we give to ourselves for somebody else's mistake. Prove yourself to yourself, not others. Never take your eyes off the target. If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair with them, it's like expecting a lion not to eat you because you don't eat lion. Great things will happen when you get up, dust yourself off, and go after life with determination and courage. The lion in you never retreats. It's better to be a lonely lion than a popular sheep. Life has a way of testing a person's will either by having nothing happen at all or by having everything happen at once. When everyone is trying to be something, be nothing, rent with emptiness. To believe the energy of another to be one's own is known as Bhranti, illusion, wrong belief. What is the nature of egoism? It spends away everything its power. Stop trying to prove it to other people, prove it to yourself. Stop buying things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. Don't try to explain yourself to people. If they don't get you, they don't get you, simple. No matter what people think of you, always keep singing your own song. Your energy introduces you before you even speak. Identify your problems but give your power and energy to solutions. I cannot think of a better way to spread the faith. No thundering from a pulpit, no condemnation from bad churches, no peer pressure. Just a book of scripture quietly waiting to say hello, as gentle and powerful as a little ghost kiss on your cheek. The primary thing I should do apart from being a good husband, brother, son and friend is to be a citizen activist. But I am afraid it takes away from the writing. Not that anything depends on whether I put an essay in the Nation or not, but you want to participate. If you could find a way to peel back the skin of this world, so to speak, would you really see this supernatural reality that is created? It is true that we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. Every young person wants to know. When people connect to my work, it makes me feel great. A lot of that stuff is really deep, and when I play something and people feel what I feel and use it in important situations in their lives, like at wedding or funerals, that's so powerful. It means I can connect with them on an important level. Power doesn't corrupt, it's neutral. Someone always wants to corrupt power. It's the way. A shotgun is not a deadly weapon until someone chooses to use it irrationally. Leave people to their opinions and judgments. They cannot harm you. It is their understanding that is faulty, not yours. Self-righteous people can talk themselves into forgetting they are part of a civilization. They can then feed on that culture, bringing it down. It's happened many times in the past. It could happen to us. I have mixed feelings about those sorts of things. When I see it done by interesting young people, I think it's very valid. But when established photographers, people in their 40s, copy me and get a lot of money, well, I find that to be very stupid. Yet it ought to be obvious that good music generally occupies a higher plane than mere politics. Great writers can express moods through melody and capture experiences we share most powerfully. Love, lust, longing, joy, greed, fear, triumph, yearning and confusion. Slums could be thought of as the development of a spatial organ, or they could be thought of as a tumor that's grown and in some ways is unhealthy and could ultimately lead to the city's destruction. My own feeling is that slums are probably a bit of both. I mean, we have built a lot of products that we think are good and will help people share photos and share videos and write messages to each other. But it is really all about how people are spreading Facebook around the world in all these different countries. And that's what's so amazing about the scale that it is at today. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. People who don't make something good of what they have got are bound to end up this way. I don't think a guy that really has no understanding about people or has no interest in understanding people would make a good film composer. people around you don't mean you good. I think most important, you need to have the compassion and caring for helping to protect vulnerable people. My point of view and philosophy continues to change and grow as the years go by. You go through this evolution. One has only to contemplate the magnitude of this task to conceive that the spontaneous generation of a living organism is impossible. Yet here we are as a result, I believe, of spontaneous generation. Error is not just acceptable, it is necessary for the continuation of life, provided it is not too great. A large error is a catastrophe. A small error is essential for enhancing existence. Without error, there is no moment, death follows. I am not religious. I don't believe that personhood is conferred upon conception. But I also don't believe that a human embryo is the moral equivalent of a hangnail and deserves no more respect than an appendix. I am truly horrified by modern man. Such absence of feeling, such narrowness of outlet, such lack of passion and information, such feebleness of thought. Shouldn't I join the ranks of philosophers and merely make unsubstantiated claims about the wonders of human consciousness? Shouldn't I stop trying to do some science and keep my head down? Indeed not. Imagination is powerful. Imagination is healing. All you need is the courage to visualize what should be and then give yourself to its creation. The result may not be what you expected, but it will be right. It is thus necessary that the individual should finally come to realize that his own ego is of no importance in comparison with the existence of the nation, that the position of the individual is conditioned solely by the interests of the nation as a whole. The key to freedom is accepting my own autonomy as an individual and respecting the autonomy of other individuals with all of what that means, whatever that means. Freedom is always and exclusively freedom for the one who thinks differently. Remember, freedom is always taken, never given. Freedom is always the freedom of dissenters. It is easy to believe in freedom of speech for those with whom we agree. All have the gift of speech, but few are possessed of wisdom. Speech has power, words don't fade. What starts out as a sound ends in a day. Choose people who are good for your mental health. Anything is possible if you have the right people to support you. To be rich is not what you have in your bank account, but what you have in your heart. A finger that wipe away your tears during hard times is greater than the 1,000 hands that clapped for your success. The best pair in the world is smile and cry. They won't meet each other at a time. If they meet, that is the best moment in your life. The emotions that can break your heart is sometimes the very one that heals it. That though the heart is breaking, happiness can exist in a moment also. And because the moment in which we live is all the time, there really is, we can keep going. When you find yourself in situations of impossible demands, choose relationships first. Treasure your relationships, not your possessions. Life takes a bit of time and a lot of relationships. In relationships, the little things are the big things. A great relationship is about two things. First, appreciating the similarities, and second, respecting the differences. A great relationship isn't when a perfect couple comes together, but when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences. It's better to be in a relationship with someone with whom you have more things in common than differences, because in time those differences can ruin the relationship. Relationships are not destroyed by the third person. They are destroyed by the person who entertains the third person while they are in a relationship. Never be the third person in someone's relationship, because you don't have any idea what they sacrificed for each other. In every relationship, there is always a third person waiting for breakup. When the relationship is between two, why should the third one cause pain? Relationships are like glass. Sometimes it's better to leave them broken than try to hurt yourself putting it back together. ऑनरेबल व्यूअर्स, अगर आप मेरे चैनल को ग्रोथ देना चाहते हैं तो आप इस नीचे दिए गए सुपर थैंक्स बटन को क्लिक करके मेरे चैनल की मदद